How to use this book. I believe in education through storytelling, and I trust we were born to be by each other's side. How do we even learn to become a mom? If you are like my friends and me, we look around, we scour our community and our online social media groups. We scroll endlessly through Instagram and make Pinterest boards. We talk to and trust each other. We find a family and then ask them to teach us, tell us, share with us how to do it. Everyone has a unique story to tell. One of my most influential mentors, Stacy Cassio, CEO of the Pink Mentor Network, says everyone deserves a microphone and a stage. Because we must pass down what we have learned. So this book you're holding, or in your case, listening to on Audible, the one that will teach you, that has empty pages for your story, this book is easy. This book is a 42-week discovery into your pregnancy. It includes 42 week-by-week postcards on your pregnancy, space to journal, and 42 birth stories. Because I know you don't need to be bogged down with more than that. If you want more, then Dr. Google will tell you more than you desire to know. This book is meant to be your friend. I wrote these stories for my clients and for you. I want to help you prepare for your pregnancy, labor, and delivery by sharing these legacies. I hope this book will be part of your childbirth education. And by the end of your pregnancy, when you wake up with those first twinges of cramping and contractions, I hope you will rise strong. You will not be afraid. You will be prepared, and you will speak up. You will listen to your body, and you will trust the birthing process. You will know when to use a medical intervention if that is what you want for your body and what is best and safest for your baby. The 3 numbers you will hear repeatedly throughout your birthing time are station, dilation, and effacement. Dilation and effacement go hand in hand. Effacement is the thinning of your cervix. It makes sense that your cervix would need to fully thin before it could fully dilate. Station refers to your baby's location in your pelvis. Dilation. Dilation refers to the opening of your cervix. It is a myth that you need to be 10 centimeters dilated in order to push. Cervical dilation is based on the size of your baby's head. Now, most full-term babies will require a complete cervix in order to pass through, while a micro preemie may only require you to dilate to 5 centimeters. Effacement. Effacement in labor is considered progress. If you are 3 centimeters dilated and 50% effaced on one internal check, but on the next, you are 3 centimeters dilated and 90% effaced, you have made great progress. Please remember this and do not be discouraged that the dilation did not change. Effacement progress is just as important and gets less education and attention. Station. As a birth doula, the most important number to me is your baby's station. That is where your baby is in regards to your pelvis and your ischial spine. If your baby is still high, you may receive a number like -3 or -2. However, as your baby's head becomes more engaged, deep squats help, in your pelvis, the higher the number. Anything positive is a good sign of labor progression. The farther descended your baby's head, the higher the number and the closer they are to being in your arms. So, You can be 10 centimeters dilated, but if your baby's head is at a -2 station, you may be laboring longer than if your baby was at a +2 station. Unlock more at birthstory.com, including a visual aid. In each story, I note for you the 4 main ways in which your water might rupture. Number 1, PPROM, preterm premature rupture of the membranes. Number 2, PROM, premature rupture of the membranes. Number 3, SHROM, spontaneous rupture of the membranes. And number 4, AROM, artificial rupture of the membranes. Your water breaking will certainly be part of your story. Your medical team will be carefully weighing the risk of chorioamnionitis, a bacterial infection within your amniotic sac, including your fluid and placenta, and the benefits of physiological birthing if your labor is prolonged more than 24 hours after your water rupturing. Many of the stories report no vaginal tearing to severe tearing. When moms hire me, this is usually top of mind during our prenatal visits. First and second degree tears are the most common. There are a few ways to minimize tearing, including controlled pushing, perineal massage by you and/or your provider, delivering in an open, upright position rather than lying flat on your back, and keeping your perineum soft and relaxed with warm compresses. Here is a short reference for vaginal tearing to help you better understand these references throughout the book. First degree. This is the most mild of tearing, which may not even require stitches. Many of my moms choose to heal naturally with this degree. Second degree. This tearing involves the skin, tissue, and muscle of the perineum, and stitches are typically recommended with lidocaine. Third degree. This is a severe tear that begins at the base of the vaginal opening and extends around the anus. This type of tearing may need to be repaired in the operating room with anesthesia and/or by a surgeon. Fourth degree. This is the most severe tear, and it extends from the base of the vaginal opening through the anus and into the mucous membrane. Rectal injuries of this degree seldom happen in the absence of an episiotomy. A fourth degree tear is recommended to be repaired in the operating room under anesthesia. Take a breath. Episiotomies are no longer routinely performed. This is so rare. I have never witnessed a fourth degree tear. In the Postcards from the Womb chapters, I chose to use LMP for your pregnancy week. This stands for last menstrual period. Your provider counts your pregnancy from the start of your last menstrual period. The most commonly used pregnancy wheel calculates your guess date 280 days after your LMP or 266 days after known conception. If you are under 40, healthy, and pregnant with baby number 1, then your average gestation is 288 days from LMP. I know, it is confusing. Stick with me and it will all make sense by the end. These birth stories are meant to teach you about what the day of labor might look like so that you won't feel alone. I'm here with you. Thanks for letting me, a doula, be part of your journey. The last pages of this book and the journaling prompts scattered throughout are for your story. You will have a beautiful birth no matter what it looks like. These blank spaces are to help you remember it so that one day you can tell your perfect baby all about the day they arrived. No matter who you are a woman with abundant strength. You can do this. You were born to do this. Surround yourself with people who will remind you of that. As you progress through each week following this 42-week pregnancy discovery, I have special gifts for you along the way. I have written companion guides for you in the form of downloadable resources. I have lots to share with you at birthstory.com as my thank you for reading and listening to this book. A note on inclusive language. A note on language amid limitations of the stories presented. It is important to address that the language and birth narratives chosen in Postcards from the Womb were picked for simplicity and generalizability. The in utero conversations pre-selected are from the perspectives of healthy, singleton fetuses being conceived by cisgendered females without chronic diseases, partnered with cisgendered males. I know many of my readers live their lives or have situations arise outside of these conventions, including myself. As a doula, wife, mother, daughter, sister, friend, I am supportive of and adjacent to the LGBTQIA+ community. The pregnancies and births described in the book are presented from the perspective of a doula, me, and my personal experiences working with each mom's birth team. Each birth was achieved in concert with a healthcare team composed of doctors, midwives, and nurses, and while reviewed for accuracy by an experienced obstetrician, maternal fetal medicine specialist, every mother and baby's situation is different. Each birth is unique, and no two birth stories are ever the same. We encourage our readers and listeners to involve a team of health professionals in their pregnancies and births, of course, including a doula as part of that team if possible. The advice and approach to pregnancy and birth contained in Birth Story is presented to encourage discussions and questions with each mother's healthcare team and should not be used without seeking the healthcare team's experience and input. Our hope is that Birth Story readers and listeners will be informed, encouraged, and better able to use the insight and advice of the doctors, midwives, and nurses caring for them after engaging with this book and website.